I'm from New Orleans. I was born in the South, but I didn't grow up in the South, so I missed out on a lot of stuff. I didn't learn how to fix cars, for example. We lived in a townhouse, no place to put one up on blocks in the front yard for 6 years. You know who you are. All right. But so when something's wrong with the cars, my wife, she's on her own pretty much. I mean, I can read the manual, but the check engine light went off in her car. And she drives an American car, yay. I'm not going to mention the brand because that would be, embarrassing for them, but it rhymes with gourd. All right. So anyway, she's check engine light goes off. I don't care. I drove a car with the check engine light off for like 2 years, right? I don't care. Women freaks them out. Freaks them out. Check engine light goes, oh my God, the check engine light. Oh, what am I going to do? Take it to the dealership. Well, first I read the manual, and it turns out, you know what turns on the check engine light? The manual. Everything turns on the check engine light. The dealer said, well, ma'am, see, the problem seems to be that you drove the car off the lot, and that turns on the check engine light. You just bring it back in here, $37.50. We'd be happy to turn that off for you. Paper floor mats, no charge. So the check engine light goes off in her car. All right, bring it to the dealership. She does. They call her, tell her, thermometer, we're going to replace it. It'll be fine. Pick it up tomorrow. So she calls to make sure it's ready. And the guy says, well, ma'am, there's a problem. We replaced the thermometer, didn't fix it, light's still illuminated, so we're going to go ahead and replace the temperature gauge. She calls me to tell me this. Some of you are following me. I'm not Bill Nye the Science Guy. But I think a thermometer is a temperature gauge. Am I wrong? I swear to God, this happened at a dealership in a small town that rhymes with Mamome, and they're on a street that rhymes with Detrans. Okay. So anyway, I call the guy and I say, yeah, hi, my wife called me and said y'all need to replace the temperature gauge now, since the thermometer replacement didn't seem to do it. He said, yes, sir, that's what we're going to do, see if we can fix it that way. And I said, well, can you explain to me what the thermometer does? He said, well, the thermometer tells the computer chip in the computer in the engine what the temperature of the engine is, and then it opens up a valve to let coolant in. I can follow that. That makes sense to me, right? What does the temperature gauge do? So, well, the temperature gauge tells the chip in the computer what the temperature of the engine is so that it... Well, wait a minute. No, what it does is... I'm going to have my supervisor call you. Not making this up. 15 minutes later, says, yeah, Mr. Gator, you can just come pick up the car. It's ready. Now, I'm not picking... I slipped into a little southern drawl, which I do occasionally when I play characters from Mississippi. But I'm not just picking on, southern mechanics. This can happen anywhere. Brooklyn, New Jersey. Yeah, ma'am, the problem here is the temperature gauge. We thought that was going to fix it, but the thermometer actually is a problem here. The combustion in the engine and the so-called quote-unquote computer chip therein was failing to combust because the environment there was not conducive to the coolant entering there through the valve. You see what I'm saying? And the cannibula pin was all shot. We had to order a new one of those and, forget about it. It's a problem. You know what I'm saying? You can even just go around the corner to, Juan Martinez's little shop where he works out of his garage. He'd say, what, senor? It was a temperature gauge. I fixed it. $20. You want to get something done.